Hi there, my name is Britney Hill, and since I don't know if there'll be more people watching this other than my parents, I'm going to be referring everyone in the third person, okay? At this time, I am a junior in high school, and my sister Brianna is a senior, so you bet our family have been going to some college tours in Michigan, which is the state I live in. I'm a Michigan here. But now that I did, it sounds pretty funny. The idea of wanting to choose my college major this early started when we went on a college tour to Saginaw Valley, and during the tour, my family split up into two different sections, with my dad and my sister being the first group to go inside the lab, and me and my mom joined the group to just tour around the whole nursing hallway or something, since my sister is majoring in nursing. So because we split up, my mom wanted me to pretend that I was going to take her major and try to participate with all the other kids in viewing things like the lab and such, despite me not being interested. Then afterwards, I think this was the part when we got a new tour guide. He will point out at one of the kids to introduce ourselves, such as, I think, what's our name and what grade are we in. So when he pointed out at me, I just said something like, "Hi, my name is Brittany, I'm in 11th grade, and I'm just a sister." And I remember the tour guide being like, "Oh no." And so my mom had to tell him the whole story about us being separated, but I still have to participate in her majors, such as grabbing nursing slips that she already got, until our lunch break where we finally reunited with my dad and my sister, and everything else was just great. Boring, but great. And speaking of lunch, can I also tell you that the buffet at Saginaw Valley was delicious? Because when my parents asked my sister if she would be interested in going here, I just acted like the typical younger sibling and told them that I only came here for the food because I ate so much at that place. Like, I had a chicken sandwich, a pizza, french fries, a breadstick, cookies, and a cup of chocolate ice cream. And even they were asked how I fit all that food in here, because I swear, this questionable logic about how thin people will eat large amount of food and look like they haven't gained anything doesn't only happen on TV and movies. It happens in real life too, because logic. Anyways, because of what happened back there and the accident, it has given me the idea to start planning for my own college future as well. And I especially want to start with my majors because nursing wasn't it for me. So I texted my mom on some suggestions on majors, and she gave me 10 of the common majors and added some of the college-based classes I already took, such as radio TV, web design, 3D arts, economics, and graphic design, which I'm taking right now at CPC, or the Career Preparation Center. One of her ideas is also to write a 2-page essay on what I have chosen, because that's what I usually do, writing, despite having a sore on my right hand ring finger from all that writing I do that doesn't hurt at all but always looks and feels kind of off. And even though I waited the script for this, I decided to turn this into a video instead, because this feels like an important choice this early, and I'd rather let you hear my true voice making the decision instead, because I might seem really quiet at school and maybe in college. I always want to reassure my confidence side by video and my true voice behind my shyness, so here we go. I have a huge talent when it comes to the creative arts, such as drawing, writing, and even acting once I get the chance. I am super creative, so my family will probably expect that my major will be related to the creative arts, such as arts and communication, and I thought so too. But I have grown up past then, and I am more open about society now, as I believe it is more important to give away the things I want in order to share the things we need. Which is why, for whichever college I go to, so far I am thinking Eastern Michigan University, I have chosen to major in psychology. To start us off, what I already know about the psychology major is that it focuses on the study of the human mind, the learning, memory, emotional regulation, and mental health disorders, and what motivates people to behave in a certain way. This all sounds so amazing, so since I know some of the basics on what to expect once I take psychology as my major, I want to innovate some of my creative juice here, since I am more than just an average high school student who has decided to take psychology as their major. Just you wait. So first off, I am not as eccentric as I am on camera compared to real life because I am on the autism spectrum disorder. And autism, or ASD for short, is a developmental disorder and wide spectrum, meaning no one with it is the same, but it mainly affects your social interactions and communications, making it much harder than it has to be. Today, I am very open about being autistic, and I even open enough to try to help others and learn more about other psychological disabilities. With one example being in the Spanish short Cuerdas, which features a special needs kid who has cerebral palsies. Which brings me into a subject I am highly curious about called neurodiversity. Neurodiversity is the concept that the range of differences in individual brain functions and behavioral traits such as autism, Down syndrome, and ADHD are different, but there is nothing wrong with us and are equally deserving respect and acceptance. The narrow root meaning related to the nerves or the nervous system, and diversity meaning the state of variety. I even created this acrostic poem about neurodiversity. N stands for nurturance and nourishment, E stands for encouragement to others, U stands for unique ways of thinking, R stands for reducing the stigma, O stands for open-mindedness, D stands for discovering differences, I stands for infinity rainbow symbol, V stands for vibrant variety, E stands for equality for everyone, R stands for rarest beauty, S stands for secret superheroes, I stands for intellectual minds, T stands for teaching their truths, and Y stands for useful minds. Also, remember this about neurodiversity, my quote. Just because someone cannot show their emotions does not mean they do not have them. As someone who grew up with autism, then I can assure you that we might be a handful, but neurodivergents can be the most happiest, intelligent, and sweetest type of people you can ever meet.
They too short. Watch yourself. Watch your toes. Oh my God, watch out. All right, bring it back in. Bring it back in the car.
I am also interested in the power of true kindness and true friendships and the effects it has on all of us, helping spread more warm and soft connections with others. I chosen 4 kind acts that people done for me or I have done for others in which I can remember. One being in 9th grade, where during my lunch, I set down my tray to go help a girl pick up her lunch money she dropped, and afterwards, I remember she gave me some of her money in return. In 5th grade camp rock climbing activity, there was one rock that kept slipping and I constantly told them to harness me down. That's when my old friends started encouraging me and wouldn't let me quit. Then I finally reached that rock and kept going onwards. Once I went down, they all hugged me and I even saw my 5th grade teacher took a photo of us. P.S. My 5th grade teacher was the best. In 7th grade, there was a play and I had to stay in the props and changing room for the entire time, all because of a little incident. Please don't ask. I forgot how we started this game, but me and this little girl with blonde pigtails, I'm guessing a younger sibling, who also had to stay in the room with me, were using the fake sword props to play a sword fight, and I remember a teacher who saw smiling at us. Which was the first time I learned that I gave up something I want, which was acting, in order to share something I and other people needed. Plus, it was more fun. And lastly, in 6th grade, before Christmas break, I wanted to thank my counselor by giving her a gift back in my crazy, severely mentally ill years. I went to her office when school was about to be over, and I got her sort of like a cool bottle homemade snow globe I remember making at a summer day camp, and she absolutely loved it. I think she told me how demotion can calm people down, which brings me to my next topic. I want to use my creative art skills to help and encourage other people. As my radio TV teacher messaged me, creative inspiration is a gift, and the methods dancing, jumping, singing by which you pull in that creative juice is uniquely yours. It takes what it takes. So, also with the help of my little buddy, Oscar the Owl, who could act as a little imaginary friend and comfort tool for others, we will hope to bring creativity to psychology. A huge example is for my upcoming book that I hope will get published called Escape: The Story of Lighthouse Village, which Lighthouse Village is a real place in Homer, Michigan that I've been visiting ever since I was little. Not only will I give you a hint that each chapter will begin with an inspirational quote relating to that chapter, but I'm also making the book family friendly because one of my dreams I hope will happen to this story is to have any volunteering adult read it out for the next generation of kids visiting Lighthouse Village as a daily storytime activity, which will help bring my childhood memories to them. Speaking of which, this finally brings me to my last claim, but definitely not least. I want to connect with people who are going through the same hardships as I was. Tell them I was once like you before, so trust me when I say. Another one of my original quotes is, "The bravest person you know are the ones who experience the most fear. When they feel down, you lift them up. Who knows? Maybe in their eyes, you're the bravest person they know."
You weren't scared giving that speech. I could never because of my stutter.
Yeah, you can. Just remember, when someone stutters, it just means what they're trying to say is so good, it's worth repeating.
I love that.
To sum up this kind of presentation, I would love to take a psychology major. As for my future, I want to look deeper into mental health, friendships, and neurodiversity with my little added touch of creativity. Thank you for watching this entire video, and I know that I've explained way too much, so if there's another major that is more in tune with my future, let me know. And for that, I am going to end this off with the last original quote of mine I'll be presenting in this video, and my motto, which, think about it, sums up neurodiversity the best. The rarest things in the world can be the most beautiful things in the world if you just look deep through the surface. Goodbye. Come on, Oscar. Mom and Dad got some leftover fish, and I know how much you love to eat fish, so let's hurry before it's all gone. Yes, Oscar, I will give the last piece of fish to you for helping with this video. Come on, before they all ate it all. Hey, flying is cheating.